Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm back. I'm back with you. And today we'll have a live Q&A call so you can ask me anything when it comes to e-commerce business, how to increase profitability, how to make your business better, more sustainable, more profitable. And I'll be answering your questions, all based on my experience in e-commerce. Been in e-commerce for 8 years now, and it changed my life absolutely. Generated over $100 million in e-commerce sales. Made a lot of mistakes, made many fuck ups. So here with you to share what's working for us right now, what mistakes you should avoid, kind of give you guidance on many of the things that you might be struggling right now in your business. Very excited to share my experience, share what's working, and help you with anything you guys need in your business right now. Before we get started, please just drop one in the chat, so I know that you can hear me okay. The connection is good, sound and video, and we will get started right away. Just drop one in the chat if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Finally back at my base here. Been traveling with a family for a few weeks. Had tremendous time in Switzerland, and we'll be here with you. So just drop one in the chat if you can hear me okay, if connection is good, if image is okay, so that we can get started. So comments, questions, so I can help you with any issues in your business right now. Is it here? One. Awesome. Great to have you guys. Dim Slimus. Nice to meet you. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. So please, drop any questions when it comes to e-commerce. Maybe you're not profitable with your ads. Maybe your creatives are not performing. Maybe the performance on ads is down for you, right? So we'll figure out, why that is happening. Also, if you have any landing pages, any things to review, so I can give you the feedback right away on this call. Just drop your questions in the chat. And we have a first question here. My CTR on my ads is 1%. Is it good enough to scale? Is it good enough to scale? So all of the metrics, when you are analyzing the metrics, when you're looking at your ads manager and you're not profitable, you have to always consider all of the metrics in a context. What I mean by that is, sometimes you can have like 1% click-through rate on your ads, but then your conversion rate on the website is like 6%, right? And so overall, you could be very profitable. So what you have to do is you have to look at all of the KPIs combined. And I always break down KPIs into two buckets. Number one is ads, right? So you're looking at your ads metrics, and I have tremendous KPI sheet that I can share with you. So if you want that KPI sheet, just DM me KPI on Instagram. This is my Instagram here. I'll send that sheet to you. It's like literally one of the best things that you'll ever have. Like this by itself is so valuable because it allows you to understand, where the breakdown is in your funnel, so that maybe it's on the ad side, maybe it's on the funnel side, maybe your ads are not profitable because your conversion rate is not good enough. So now you have to allocate all of the efforts that you have into improving the conversion rate, so that overall your metrics improve. And that's the purpose of this. Kind of like a doctor. You're coming to the doctor, and doctor, the first thing that he does is always understanding where the problem is. Like, first you need like a proper diagnosis in order to produce the treatment. It's like you don't come to the doctor and doctor's like, okay, you have to take these pills. Like, but doctors they're like, I have no pain like in my knee. Like, take these pills for your knee. Like, take that. No, it's like first you have to understand what the actual problem is, so then you can fix that problem. So please keep the questions coming. Amazing question. Thank you so much. And I have another question here from Deus. Dobro utro. Would you recommend using agency accounts right away to test products and scale them after? Facebook tends to ban BMs and profiles, especially this year. Would that be any different? If you had that problem before, where your personal assets got banned by Facebook. Number one, there's ways to get them back. If you want to get your business manager's profiles pages back, if you ask Facebook very nicely, you have to ask them very nicely. There's ways to do that. So if you need help with that, just DM me on Instagram. We'll see how I can help you. But overall, using agency accounts is a very solid option. Usually, if you're using the right agency accounts, you wouldn't have spending limits, which is great, because with new BMs, with new ad accounts, usually have like $25, $50 per day ad spend limit. So you're not able to spend that much on ads, and you have to kind of like gradually increase that limit. With agency accounts, you don't have that problem. From day one, you can spend tens of thousands of dollars per day. And for that reason, I would recommend. Also, some of the agency accounts providers, they'll even help you with getting BMs and profiles and stuff like that, so that you have the whole setup. You have the whole setup for advertising. They charge some fees, but it's definitely worthwhile if you want to get back on Facebook, and if you want to just scale up very fast from day one. So thank you so much for the question. That was from Twitter. What are the names, man? What are the names? Phenomenal names. Axis. How can I test the purity of my supplement ingredient? That is an amazing question. How can you test the purity of your supplement ingredient? Like, if you think about it, like most of the supplements that are being sold on Amazon, I've read this statistic somewhere, that's like majority of the supplements, like 50, 60% of the supplements that are sold on Amazon. Let's say you're buying like a bottle of pills on Amazon. Most of the times, the ingredients that they claim are inside of that supplement are not actually the ingredients that are in reality in that supplement, which means, they're just deceiving their customers. How we can validate that is by doing third-party testing. There's third-party testing companies that would take your supplement completely independent from the manufacturer that you have, and they will test how pure, how good those ingredients are, whether there is actual amount of the ingredients that you have, that your factory claims they have, is actually true, right? So that's how you do it. Third-party testing labs, it will cost you a few $1,000s most likely, but if you are not confident about the quality of your supplement, that's 100% recommended. And also, if you want to sell your products on Amazon, that's one of the requirements as of recent, at least. Amazon goes very hard after supplement manufacturers. They want you to have all of the testing done by third party, right? So that's even like good from that perspective, but also for you to have peace of mind that the supplements you're actually selling are the supplements, the ingredients and purity of those ingredients actually corresponding with what the factory is telling you. Let me know if that makes sense. Axis, just search for third-party testing labs. There's plenty of those available. It will cost you a few $1,000s, but will be definitely worth it. Next, from Fan. That's very cool. What kind of fan? Oh, it's like, I think it's air conditioning fan. Air conditioning fan. There's different kind of fans, right? There's fans like where you follow someone and you like someone. There's a fan, but also there's a fan where you can use it in your house when it's very hot. All right. So, what's up? How much do you use AI in your workflow? We use AI a lot. We use AI to help us with writing advertorials. We use AI with helping us write VSLs. We're using heavily this tool called Get Hooked, right? This tool will change your advertising game forever. Like, this tool is phenomenal. It will literally write all of your ad scripts for you based on the scripts of your competitors. So if you have, like, for example, competitor that's advertising very well, advertising and spending a lot of money on ads, you can take their ad, just provide basic information about your product, and Get Hooked will rewrite all of their ads, all of their best ads specifically for your product. And that is very good. Direct response copy will save you a lot of time. You don't have to hire expensive copywriters. Will save you a bunch of money, and also will make you a lot of money because those scripts are actually super, super powerful. So Get Hooked AI, give it a try. It has like 5 million ads, right? You can literally browse through all of the ads from your competitors, all of your best competitors, see what products are selling right now, see what brands are advertising heavily. You can spy on those brands, and then you can create your own scripts for your ads based on what's working right now for your competition. So highly recommend this tool. We're using it extensively in our own process as well. We're using Claude. We're using ChatGPT. We're using Midjourney. So there's a lot of use of AI in our workflow, and it helps our team to be more efficient. Literally, what one person can do, AI can multiply their efficiency by like add 50 to 100% efficiency to each person that we have on our team, help you create more hooks for your ads, help you create more like ad copies, help you write better advertorials. So the tools that I recommend is number one, Get Hooked. Number two, Claude. Number three is ChatGPT. These are my best three best favorite tools. And for graphics, I highly recommend Midjourney. All right, so Dim Sleus. Nice to meet you too. I want to start dropshipping, building my brand. What kind of capital would you recommend to have to start with? I always recommend to have at least like few $1,000s. Like if you want to do it like faster way, and if you want to use paid advertising, I would recommend at least $4,000 or $5,000 as a minimum, so that you have some money to spend on marketing. You have some money to allocate into your business. You'll probably need to establish the company, so that will cost you a few $100s. So I usually recommend a few $1,000s. If you're low on budget, then you can start just pure organic, like very bootstrapped, posting videos about your product on TikTok. That is organic traffic. You don't have to pay for it, because in business, usually in e-commerce, like the biggest expense that you'll have is a marketing budget in most businesses for the most part. So marketing is something that I would allocate a few $1,000s for. But if you don't have that capital, then you can just use TikTok organic, or you can become a TikTok shop affiliate and promote other people's products. And then you even don't have to worry about the fulfillment, the products themselves. You can just promote other people's products that already exist, that already have the fulfillment, that already have the logistics. And your only job is to promote those products. And you get like 10, 20, 30% of the sales that you generate. This is a very good model for people that don't have a lot of capital or don't want to build this whole infrastructure for themselves, but using TikTok Shop to promote other people's products, accumulate the capital, and then reinvest it into their own brands. Because for the longevity, like having your own e-commerce brand is something that you cannot achieve as affiliate. Like affiliates never built like something that's very valuable. Affiliates can make good money, but affiliates don't build an enterprise value. And if that's something you want to do, you want to have something of your own, then you need to build an e-commerce brand. So that's what I would recommend if you are low on capital. There are ways to get accounts back, but it gets pretty annoying because I have to wait. Can I DM you on Twitter for good agency accounts? If you can just DM me on Instagram, because I'm more active on Instagram, just DM me on Instagram, Dallas, please, and I'll see how I can help you. Zoka. So this is my Instagram on screen. Do you have an insider, someone who can help get a BM back? My shit got completely deleted without any emails from Facebook. I suspect it was competitor. Yes, the same answer. Please just DM me on Instagram. I might be able to help you. Just Alex Fedotov, 3F at the end on Instagram. Just DM me with this. Just remind me, and I will see how I can help you. Boba. Hey, Boba. Great to have you here, Boba. Do you still help with branded drop shipping? Yes, I mean, our model in general is we start with drop shipping. We start with drop shipping to validate products, to make sure there is demand for these products, and also to minimize the capital investment we need to have into starting an e-commerce brand. Once we validated that, we start branding the products, we start improving the customer experience. Once we have some capital as well, we can ship products to US 3PL or whatever country you're selling in. Like if you have like a 3PL warehouse where you can ship your orders much faster. And so that is a model that we do. That model serves us very well, and that's something we can help you with. If you need any help with that, or if you have any additional questions, please just DM me on Instagram. This is my Instagram, so this conversation doesn't get lost. because once I end this live, all of these conversations will just basically go away, and I don't want that to happen. All right. Do you hire people to search for stock footage for VSLs, or do you have a specific site that you get stock footage? It's a very good question, Boba. So there's several websites like Paxils. There's Pixabay. There is obviously Shutterstock, which is more on the premium side, more expensive. So that's where we are getting the footage from. But alternatively, we always want to create our own content. And what we do is, let's say we have a video, right? And we kind of like reverse engineer competitors' video. And let's say the person in that video is like taking the product, right? And that person is like, I don't know, looking in the mirror. That person is like lays on sofa, right, with the product in their hands, right? So there's different pieces of B-roll that we are all combining together. We're basically cutting those pieces from the video. We're putting them on a Google document, right? All of the pieces of content that we need, and then we're testing, then we're sending that document to one of the creators. We're sending them the product, and they're sending us back the b-roll. So now not only we have content that we can use for ads, but it's also our own content. So it doesn't look like very like stock, or doesn't look very standard like everyone else is using. It looks like very unique, our own content from real people. And that's what I would recommend to do. Just create a B-roll instructions, cut the pieces of the content, or explain exactly what you want people to do in those pieces of content. Send the document to your creators, and they'll send you the B-roll back so that you can use it in your ads, and it will be fully custom. Another question from Pixify Kids. Alex, quick question. Please comment on this question. Most successful dropship items are between $35 and $80. But what about those items? What about items more than that without a brand when you start? I think you can absolutely, and by the way, from Zoka here, story blocks for cheap stock videos. I think it's a great option. I do believe we're using it as well. So thank you so much for adding it, Zoka. Back to Pixify Kids. $35, $80. You can sell items that are $100, $150. When it gets more expensive than that, when it gets like $200, $300, it's a little bit harder to do. But the range between $100 and $200, you can absolutely sell them effectively. What you need to do in that case, though, is most likely you will need some VSLs to explain why your product is different, why your product is solving the problem that customers are having, and also to educate customers on the problem in the first place. So for that, VSLs and advertorials would be a perfect combination. If you give me an idea for the niche that you want to sell your products in, I'll give you even maybe I'll give you some brands to follow, some brands to learn how they're selling those products. But you can absolutely sell those products even if you don't have a strong brand name yet. Let me know if that makes sense. Pixify Kids. And we'll switch to the next question. What's the best strategy to do making social posts that are engaging for my products? What I would do is I would just literally look at your competition. When you have your competition, you can look at what kind of posts they're creating for their own products. I always like to start from some kind of like validation, like, okay, so there's a company, for example, that's already selling similar product to what I'm selling, and those people are doing well. So why not just model what they have, right? In terms of the content, in terms of the social posts and stuff like that. And then over time, you can develop your own kind of feeling for what's working, what doesn't work. And that's usually the best starting point. The best starting point is to start with something that already has been validated by other people. So do the proper competitive research, identify what problem you're solving for your clients, and then based on that, create content that is that's making sense for your specific product. What other ways of making money online do you have besides dropshipping without any money to start? The question from Level B. So, I mean, I highly recommend TikTok Shop, right? And becoming affiliate for TikTok Shop, because that is something that I think that opportunity will not last for forever. Like that opportunity is available right now for people that are ready to just create content on the scale, just create a lot of pieces of content. Obviously, not all of those will work out, but just putting in your time and effort to promote other people's products. And you don't have to build the whole infrastructure on the back end with your own e-commerce business, buying inventory, or even drop shipping that inventory. You can just start with selling other people's products. So that's what I would recommend right now. But I mean, on the other side, if you have, let's say, video editing skills, or you have graphic design skills, or you're passionate about, I don't know, copywriting, then you can work with other people and provide the services, and that can get you paid, accumulate the capital. That's literally what I did. When I started as a freelancer, I didn't have capital, I didn't have any skills. I was just like, okay, what are the projects that people are hiring for? So let me learn those skills as quickly as I can, and let me start providing those services so that I can accumulate the capital, and then over time I can use that capital to jumpstart my own business. And so that's very, very valuable path. I know a lot of people that also did that, and that's what I would recommend if you don't have a lot of capital at hand. Do you use Google Ads like shopping, or Google PMax Performance Max campaigns? We absolutely use those. If you're advertising on Facebook right now, or you're advertising on any other platforms that drive a lot of traffic, then part of that traffic, people will remember your brand name. They'll go to Google and they'll start searching for your brand name. And that is the traffic that you can recover. Those are the sales that you can recover. And for that purpose, you absolutely need to have at least basic branded like retargeting ads. Like if people are searching for your name, I don't know, let's say your brand name is Kick-Ass Shirts. I don't recommend selling shirts. Like, just an example, Kick-Ass Shirts. Then you put the branded retargeting on Google. It's very easy to set up, and you just recover some of those sales, because people will search for it, and if they don't see your brand name, they just like buy from someone else. So having at least basic retargeting campaigns on Google, on shopping. Google Performance Max is a little bit more advanced. I would recommend to hire some agency, or at least to get some guidance from an expert on how to set it up correctly, so that it doesn't waste all of your money. But other than that, that's what I would do. All right, so let me see. Many questions here on YouTube. All right, so Mohammed Naeem, if I get in your mentorship program, how long does it usually take to get profitable if I put in 100% effort? I have seen different case stories, and I have seen different, some people takes like few weeks to start generating sales, start being profitable. For some people, it takes months, right? So it all depends how fast you move and how fast you learn. Because with all of the factors, like you have also factors like, okay, did you choose the right product? Did you choose the right advertising strategy, right? So we can help you with all of those things, and we can help you to speed up this process, but it also will depend how fast you build. For example, some people take like 3-4 months just to build a website, and then other people just do it in 2 days. They just sit and build, right? So it all will depend on how fast you move, but I would say the range there is between few weeks and few months, right? That's what I have seen from all of our clients. I literally interview our clients. You can listen to some of these conversations I have on a weekly basis with our clients on my YouTube channel, on Instagram. You can see, there's some people that are just joining our program. We're giving them feedback. They execute very fast, and like in a few weeks, they're already at like $1,000 in sales per day. And there's some people that take like 4 months to build a website. There's some people that just like don't learn very fast, or don't dedicate enough energy to e-commerce. And for those people, it will take longer. So Mohammed Naeem, if you move fast, I would love to have you inside, and would love to help you just accelerate your success. So yeah, if you DM me, I don't know if you're already connected to me on Instagram, just DM me on Instagram. And I'll connect you with my team members who can break down the whole process and see if it's the right fit for you. This is my Instagram, by the way. DM me KPI, right? This is the sheet that I shared at the beginning or I mentioned at the beginning of this call, that will give you all of the main KPIs. KPIs, key performance indicators. So those are the numbers you should be looking at. Like, let's say you start advertising for your e-commerce product, maybe you build a website, and you want to make sure that you are as profitable as possible. So that KPI sheet will give you an idea what is broken right now in your process if you're not profitable, or maybe you're not as profitable enough. And so that is a document. Just DM me KPI on Instagram. I'll send it over. I think it will change your life if you actually just like start connecting the dots, because business is all about connecting the dots. If you start like, okay, so if I change this little thing here, then this another thing here changes. Okay. Or if I do this here, my profitability doubles. Oh wow, okay. So let me do more of this thing. Like let me see if I can do even more of this thing so that I can even further increase my profitability. So we'll help you to connect the dots better, and that will help you to become better advertiser. That will help you to become better entrepreneur, and that will help you to build an amazing business. So another question here from Pixify Kids. I'm more focused on evergreen niches and problem-solving items inside the home, moms, kids, car, household in general niche, but I also like the health niche too, red light, etc. What do you suggest? I think both of those niches are great. Yeah, I think both of those niches are great. Like the items inside of the home probably will have less of a like scaling potential, because health is something that almost like everyone deals with, like especially like knee pain, back pain, neck pain, like all of those things. Like pretty much every single person on earth is dealing with those things. So personally, I like health more, but I think household items are great as well, as long as they solve a specific problem that's painful enough, right? Like you need to make sure that, let's say if you're selling the problem that's like, I don't know, like make your car more shiny, right? And you're selling the product like for $150. Like that is kind of like the pain is not big enough, right? It's not kind of like super painful to sell something for $150. At the same time, if you're selling something to eliminate back pain, the perceived kind of like value of solving that pain is a lot higher than $150, because if someone has a pain and you help them to eliminate the pain, that is worth a lot more than $150 to a person. So the perception of value needs to be there in order to sell products for a higher price. Also, red light in general, like it's kind of something that you have to educate and explain a lot. So for that reason, I would 100% use advertorials. I would use VSLs, especially with higher price products, because you have to explain why, for example, that whole thing works, right? Why, for example, red light works. And then in the advertorial and in the VSL, you go on to explain why exactly that red light technology works, right? You have to educate customers on it, because it's not common sense. It's not something that people have been taught in school. Okay, so you need to use red light for your health, to improve your health. So that is something that requires more education from your side, and VSLs and advertorials will do that perfectly. Let me know if that makes sense. Pixify Kids. Another one here. Axis. Thank you for your answer. But for someone who just begin with tiny budget, spending a few thousand in these testing certifications is complicated to do. So is there another alternative? Let me see. What was the first part of your question here? Okay. Just work with a reliable factory. I think that is the best one. That is the best starting point. Work with a factory that already has like the certifications, that at least covers like all of the basics. They have FDA registration. They have I don't know what other ones for the manufacturers they need to have. There's like so many of them, but FDA is one of the most important ones. So just work with a reliable manufacturer in the first place. If they have private label kind of like formulations that you can start selling right away, then start with that. Get some momentum, accumulate some capital, and then over time you can invest in these third-party testing platforms. Ideally, you would do it from day one, right? That's the ideal case scenario. But if you don't have that capital, just work with a reliable factory X6. Let me know if that makes sense. Zoka, would you agree that not all ad accounts are the same? Some work better with different testing or scaling strategies, and some are completely screwed and won't work at all. Zoka, I would 100% agree with you. That's the same experience that we've had with our ad accounts, where you literally have the same product, you even like sharing the same pixel, you're targeting the same audiences, and CPMs could be like twice as high on some accounts than on others. And so if you see that problem, and let's say from your side you have done everything to fix the performance, your landing pages are good, your ads are good and high quality, everything is good from your side, but it still doesn't perform, then I would recommend to test other agency accounts. With agency accounts, what you can do to test them out is you can just test them with like $1,000, right? Like you just talk to agency accounts providers and you say, I want to test it out first with like $1,000 budget. I want to see what results I'll get, what CPMs are there, what are the click-through rates, how overall that account is performing. And if it's performing, you can just send them more money. But if it doesn't perform, you just cut your losses and move on. But I would 100% agree with that. Some ad accounts are just much better than others. Stefano Zani. Hi, Alex. I have a product where I can test 10 angles. What do you think is the cheapest and fastest way to test each angle? That is a great question. Just start with 5. Just start with 5. Target few audiences. You can go broad. You can do some like targeting options if you want to see which ones resonate the best with customers. If you have any good targeting options that you can use. Once you found like 1, 2, 3 of those targeting options, then you can test these other angles against those audiences. But you can start with less angles. I would recommend to spend, like, if you're going that aggressive, to spend at least like $100, $200, $300 testing each angle, right? Because if you just spend like $20 on each angle, like that's not enough data for Facebook to kind of like learn who your customer is, like to show it to the right person. So I would recommend to just have less angles to start with, maybe 3 to 5, right? Even like 3 to 5. And then as you find the audiences or angles that's working, and you have also like more profit that you made, you can start testing more angles. I think 10 angles, unless you have a very good, solid testing budgets, I think it is overkill. But if you have that budget, 100% you can go ahead and test 10 of them. Let me know if that makes sense. Stefano Zani, great question. Do you only test products that are working? Do you also have success with untapped products with new unique mechanisms in a proven niche? Boba, wow, this is a great question. I personally like products that have been validated. Like there's let's say, the niche that already has a pain that I can solve, right? The problem that I can solve with my product. And if my product is slightly different from other products that are selling in the market, that's perfectly fine. That's even better, because then I can, as you mentioned, I can have a unique mechanism for my specific product. I can explain why all of these other products that are being sold before are not working, and that will give me the competitive advantage in the market. So untapped products, like I give you one example. We've started selling recently, like one product that was in a proven niche, but it looks like completely different and kind of like solves the same problem, but it's also more expensive than other products. And it's kind of like, from the initial research, that niche is massive, right? It's like $1 billion, like multi-billion-dollar market, but that product didn't work for us because of the price point, because like maybe people didn't truly understand how the product works, because it looks so much different from other products that are being sold, and that product completely flopped, right? So since that experience, we're trying to just like stick to the niches that maybe our product is like 10% better. That's all you need. Your product doesn't need to be like 500% better. That can also that can work, right? Like you see some of these like very innovative products coming into the market, and sometimes they win. But most of the times, it's just gradual improvements over the product that was already there. If you think about iPhone, right? By the way, like this is for people saying, anyone asking, is this live? I just want to make fun. I just want to make fun. Let me see. Yeah, anyone asking if this is live? No, no one's asking today. Ah, shit. Please, someone ask me if this is live. Ask me if this is live. Now, July 22nd, 12:41 p.m. here in Miami, in a beautiful Miami, Florida. Hot as fuck here. Anyways, so if you take iPhone, right, as idea for the product, right? Okay, iPhone. What is iPhone? It's like every year they sell the same fucking iPhone. They just improve it 10% or 5% or like 1%. It's the same fucking iPhone for the last 15 years, right? So once a product is validated and the niche is validated, all you need is gradual improvements on that product in order to make the product successful. You don't need to be like, it's like massive idea, like no one has seen this product before, like this will change the world, unless you're raising like venture capital money, right? And you have a lot of money to spend to educate customers, because education. Oh, Jim, my man, is this live? No, it's recorded. I just like this is recorded. It was recorded like last year. No, it was recorded like in 2016. I'm just like it was scheduled to post on July 22nd, 2024. My man Jim. All right. So what I was saying? Oh, the products, right? So the products, you just need to make them gradually better, right? And it could be the color. It could be just like a different color for the product. It could be like a little like feature of the product that you fix that everyone was bitching about. Like you go to Amazon reviews and everyone's complaining for the same thing. You just fix that one thing and now you have a great idea for the product. But you don't need to go like super, super innovative or super, super untapped. Usually untapped means like the demand is not there, or maybe the demand could be there, but you just have to spend a lot of time to educate customers on your product, and that is a very, very expensive thing to do. So education of the customer is very, very pricey. So the less you have to educate customers on your product, the more effective your advertising will be. What do you think about native ads for supplement business? I think that can absolutely destroy. I think that can absolutely crush. Like, because like all of the supplement businesses, if you're looking at all of the top advertisers, like most of the times they're selling supplements. I think that is a great one. I think you should work with someone who's already done that before. Just pay someone for like few consulting calls. Like find an expert who's already doing it well on native. Pay them for consulting calls. Pay them for some guidance, because that will give you just like shortcut. There's many things to learn about native advertising, and if you're trying to figure out everything by yourself, that can get you can make a lot of mistakes, and you might think like, oh, native ads are not working. No, it's not they're not working. It's just like maybe you're not doing it correctly, right? So for that reason, I would just, if you want to do native ads, just find the best people you can hire, or like pay them for few calls to explain what publishers to target, right? Like what like targeting options, what countries, like what kind of lenders, what kind of advertorials, right? Go through spy tools, like see what other people are utilizing, model those funnels, model those advertorials, model those ads, and get started with that. Just don't try to kind of reinvent the wheel. All right, Axis, let me know if that makes sense. Great questions for you today, my man. Much months do I need to have in order to join your program? How much money do I need for advertisement? Mohammed, our program is not cheap. Our program is not cheap. And the reason it's not cheap, it's not because like, Alex, you're a fucking greedy motherfucker. No, it's not cheap because like the people that we have on our team are like amazing. Like we have literally practitioners, people who are actually running e-commerce businesses, who will help you every step of the way to get your e-commerce business off the ground. Or if you already have an e-commerce business, you literally work with people that are on our team, like running our own brands. Like those are the people that you'll be working with, and we have to pay them well in order for them to do it, right? And so for that reason, it is not cheap. So Mohammed, like reach out to me on Instagram. We'll figure out the way to make it happen for you. If you have the right mindset, if you want to make it happen, from our side, we will we'll see what we can do to help you get it off the ground. Mohammed Naeem, let me know if you have my Instagram. If not, I'll drop it here in the chat. Stripe has shadow banned me. Any recommendations for other payment processors? Yeah, there's plenty of payment processors. Lazo Ltd. I don't know what shadow banned mean though. Like, I don't know. Is your like, did they ban you completely? Like, did they give you some notice? Like, you cannot process payment with Stripe. Like, please give me more context on that. There's many other payment processors that you can use. Stripe is just one of them. And one of the very good ones is called checkout.com. Checkout.com. Another one is called Reach. So those are great alternative options to Stripe. So let me know, Lazo Ltd, or just better, just DM me. My identity. What's identity? Is the issue not the company, since we tested multiple identity? You can even rent Stripe accounts. Rent. Like, yeah, there's different options. Lazo Ltd. Yeah, just DM me. Lazo Ltd. Just DM me on Instagram. We'll see exactly how we can help you. Lazo Ltd. Just DM me on Instagram. There's ways, there's workaround for this. There's workarounds for this to make it happen. Dennis, thank you for your work. Thank you for your comments, sir. Do you also spend money on Google? Yes, we do spend money on Google. I'm 80/20 Google, Facebook right now. Do you think it should be the other way around? I think it should be the way that makes you the most amount of money possible. Like, if it's profitable for you, keep doing it. If you see the opportunity to scale Facebook, where it's like basically bigger percentage of your ad spend, then 100% do it. If your product, let's say you have few competitors on Facebook that are absolutely crushing it right now, and you're selling similar product, and you have so good Google advertising strategy that the more money you spend on Facebook, big portion of those people will come to Google anyway, so you will increase your Google revenue. Then I think you absolutely should ramp up Facebook as well, so you have like good, well-rounded business. But overall, if something making you money, just keep doing that. Like, the last thing that you want to do is like, okay, I want to change my business completely. You want to do it like as a test, right? Like, let's say you have that structure that's working right now. Okay, let me try allocating some more assets to Facebook. Let me see if I can hire someone for my team to help me with Facebook. Let me see if I can hire like a video editor or a creative strategist or a media buyer to help me ramp up Facebook so that it contributes to a bigger percentage of my sales. And I would do it as a test, right? And tests, sometimes they don't work out, right? Sometimes you're testing something and it's not necessarily working. So Dennis, yeah, again, I would, if you can reach out to me, please, so I can have like a better understanding of your business, exactly how to help you. If you just DM me on Instagram, this is my Instagram here. Like you can see, I can touch it. See, no? Can I touch it? Let me see. Like this, right? Up. That's my Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram and I'll see how I can help you. yeah, this is the man. I mean, these questions are fucking phenomenal. You guys are crushing it. Do you help with product research, Mohammed Naeem? Sir, do you help with product research and marketing? Yes, we do. We do help with all of these things. Like, I mean, everything that you need to, everything that you need to do to make money, right? Which is product, ads, and funnel, right? And funnel is your website that is designed to maximize the average order value, the conversion rate, so that you're actually profitable with your ads and with your products, right? So product, ads, funnel. Product, ads, funnel. These are three things that are the foundation for every business. Every business. E-commerce business. I mean, some businesses are just selling services, right? Or some businesses are selling like food in restaurant, right? So specifically for e-commerce business, you have product, you have ads, you have funnel, and we can help you to crack all three of these, sir. And yeah, please just DM me on Instagram. And if you oh, hello, can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. All right. Using apps like Get Hooked, you can see how many ads your competitor is launching per month. Like, let's say your competitor last month launched like 100 ads selling a specific product. Now you know for sure, like, who in their good mind would launch 100 ads for the product that doesn't sell? Like, no one, right? Like, so now you know for sure, okay, so this product works. These people are advertising that product very aggressively. I can see their ads. I can see their landing pages. Oh, maybe now we can start making money. Ah. All right, sorry, I'm fucking around. Um, all right. What budget would you need to test an advertorial? What budget would you need to test an advertorial? Usually a few $100, because so with advertorial there's few steps in the process, right? Like, number one is a first pre-sale page, then it's a second pre-sale page, and then it's an order form. So let's say you spend $200-$300 on advertorial, and you see there's only like 10% of people proceed from the first advertorial to the second, from the first pre-sale page to the second one. Now you know that you have a problem, because ideally you want to be like 30-40% of people that go from the first pre-sale page to the second, right? So now you can just like slow down your ads. You can even turn them off, right? Look at the data, look at the recordings of the sessions, right? See, maybe you have to change something on the first pre-sale page to make it more effective and to get that ratio to 30%. Now you fix that. Now you can focus on this on the second page. Let's say the transition from the second page to the last page is like 50%. So a lot of people are transitioning, but they're not buying, right? That's a problem a lot of people have, where they're not buying the product. And so then the problem is on the order form. Okay, so now you test your checkout. Now you add some extra buttons, like security buttons, like the trust badges, right? You add some testimonials. You add some frequently asked questions on that page, so that you can see. Oh, by the way, here from Jim, I use Pagefly for listicle and advertorial. You get 3 for free. Phenomenal, right? Like you can get some of those done even with Pagefly, which is the landing page builder for Shopify. So you don't even need like external platforms like Funnelish if you want to test advertorials. So that is something that I would look into. But yeah, a few $100s. Evaluate the data. If it's profitable, just scale it up. If it's not profitable, evaluate where the problem is. And that is why I do highly recommend that you just guys DM me, right? And I ask you the KPI sheet, and also send you some funnel resources and some advertorial resource. And I send you so much good stuff that you're like, oh, Alex, you're so good. Oh, let me send you a box of chocolate. If you're sending me a box of chocolate, just make sure it is a Swiss chocolate. I don't need any other chocolate. I only eat Swiss chocolate, and that's the only thing I eat from the chocolate, right? But now I don't even eat chocolate because I gained too much weight, and I need to go to the gym and eat good food. Switzerland ruined me. So, anyways, Kate Thompson, my man, Kate Thompson. I've been selling on Shopify since 2020 and have a solid product in the outdoor space. As of the last couple of months, I've seen my Facebook advertising costs rise significantly. Any insight? Okay. Any insight? I mean, usually it's the amount of creatives that you're testing. Maybe your creatives can be better. Maybe you need to test more creatives. Maybe you need to test more videos or more images or more carousels specifically for your niche. Maybe there is like some improvements that you can make on your product page or your landing page, right, to differentiate yourself from other people that might be selling similar products. Maybe you have some strong competitor that's coming into the arena. So this is what happens usually. You start advertising and you might be like very profitable. You're scaling up very nicely, and then someone else comes in and they have very similar product and they just advertise it better, right? And you just like, and you see your advertising costs. It's advertising cost is not a problem, right? The value maximization of your customers is the problem. And what I mean by that is your conversion rate, your average order value, and your lifetime value, right? So if you had, let's say, I don't know, AUV of like $500 and it costs you $200 to get a sale, it would still be profitable. It would still be very profitable. And that in that case, advertising costs would not be a problem. Kate Thompson, please. I mean, you got me intrigued now. Like I want to help you. So just DM me here. Like this is my Instagram, Alex Fedotov. Just DM me on Instagram. Tell me more. The problems that you are. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. You add another part. Any recommendation how to get the cost back under control? Have concentrated that I'm testing, but it doesn't seem to hit the right audience. Let's evaluate that. Please DM me on Instagram. And oh, perfect. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's look into that. Let's see how we can help you. It's usually like problems on the marketing side, usually just the creatives, the ads, or it's the funnel. It's like how you are pre-selling. Like if someone lands on your product page and there's only information about your product, there's a price, it's boring, right? It's boring. Like you want to have at least, some pre-sale page, landing page where you're explaining your product in bigger detail, how it differentiates from all the competitors, why people should buy your product, why other products didn't work for them in the past, right? So you kind of like dismissing all of the other competitors that are selling similar products, and also massive retargeting structure. Like this is something that I think a lot of people stop using retargeting as heavily. Retargeting still works, and it still works very, very well. You just need to know how to utilize it properly. So let me see here. Kate Thompson, thank you so much for DMing. We'll chat there. I've done $1,000 in sales over the last few weeks. My conversion rate is 1.7%. My cost per click is under $1. Should I make changes to the product page or create an advertorial to boost conversion rate? The one thing you didn't mention here is your AOV. Devlers 321, please let me know your AOV here, because if you have $200 AOV on your purchase, then conversion rate of 1.7% is great. It's great. It's phenomenal. But if you have the average order value of like $25 and your conversion rate is 1.7, then it is a problem, right? So again, all of these metrics, they kind of like, if you ever watch soccer, right? Like I don't like soccer. It's like, I don't like soccer, but it's like many people like to watch soccer. It's like how soccer works. Okay, AOV. I'll answer that in a second. How soccer works is like you have this guy here, you have this guy here, you have this guy here, right? And they're kind of like working in combination to achieve the similar goal, which is like to put that little ball in that gate that they have on the other side, just like put in there with their legs, right? Like they cannot use their hands, unfortunately. And so, but they all work in coordination with each other, right? That's how all of the metrics on Facebook work. They all work in combination with each other. So it's like you have click-through rate here, you have like cost per click here, you have the average order value here, right? So, and everything is to achieve the similar goal, right? So they all interconnected with each other. And that's why I asked about the AOV, so that I have a bigger picture of what could be improved here. $60, 1.7. Yeah, you can get that AOV. You can get that AOV to like, that conversion rate to 3%. I would probably focus my efforts there, but also I would look into the ads, right? How good the ads are, how well they're selling your product, right? So first focus on the product page, landing page, advertorial. I see a question from Mohammed Naeem. What is an advertorial? Advertorial is a page that is pre-selling your product before people even see the price for your product. So instead of sending people straight to the product page where they see the price, they see all of the details for the product, they would first see the advertorial, and could be different formats for advertorial, could be the story of your customer that used the product, changed their life, with all of the testimonials, with all of the social proof, with all of the things that product helped them to improve, like literally just selling that product very hard. And only after that, you would show them the price for the product. You don't show the product on the front end. You don't show like, this product is like $100. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, but if you talk about the pain that your product solves, if you educate your customers on the specific, why the problem is happening in the first place, then they're more likely to buy, and your conversion rate increases. Also, your average order value increases, and all of the metrics are increasing, right? All the metrics are more profitable for you. So someone asked me here about some good examples of the advertorials. You know what? Just DM me. Yeah, Mehmet Mozatli, thank you so much for the comment. But I think it would be best. I have these resources that I have prepared that I want you guys to take advantage of. Just DM me advertorial. DM me advertorial on Instagram. It's here. That's my Instagram. Please DM me on Instagram and DM me advertorial, like specific, like keyword advertorial, and I'll send you some resources for advertorial, some examples, like so you have like a better idea of what is advertorial, how it works, examples of advertorials, and all of those resources. Is your program for newbies or only for people who are in e-commerce for a while? So we have two programs. Number one is called Brand Builders Academy. This is for people that are just starting out. Some people are transitioning from 9 to 5. Some people tried e-commerce in the past, didn't work out for them. Some people just maybe they've been doing affiliate marketing, they've been doing something else. They're just starting from scratch. So we're helping them every step of the way to build an e-commerce business from scratch. And our objective is within the first 6 months to get our clients to $1,000 per day in sales. This is our objective. And we've helped so many people. If you check my like YouTube videos, like I literally every week interview one of our clients that has achieved success with our program. Like literally, we have so much proof. We have so many people that we have helped that is just like insane. So that is our number one program, Brand Builders Academy. Number two is ESS, E-commerce Scaling Secrets. This is for people who've been in e-commerce for a while. Maybe they have a business that's doing like 30, 50, 100K per month, but they want to just blow it up. They want to scale it. They want to scale it profitably. So we help them with advertorials, we help them with VSLs, we help them to build the team so they have more leverage on their time. They don't have to be like in their laptop 24/7. And that is ESS. This is our program. This is my baby. I mean, both of these are my babies. Like I have an older baby because when I first started, with just like teaching people, I started with ESS, and then we introduced Brand Builders Academy, right? So ESS is my older baby. ESS, E-commerce Scaling Secrets for more advanced entrepreneurs, and Brand Builders Academy for people that are just starting out and want to get that initial momentum, want to get to their first $1,000 per day in sales. So I think I answered. I don't know if I answered this, but let me know if I answered this. Like, it's basically the story of two babies, right? So me and my friends want to join. Can we join together? You absolutely can, Mohammed. Please DM me on Instagram. We'll go through these logistics. We'll see how we can help you. Fan. All right. Do you test gimmick, trendy, non-problem solving products? I personally don't like it. I personally don't do it. It's not like you cannot make money on it. I just don't like the products that just like go like this. I just don't like it. I personally like consistency. I like to be able to grow the business over time, year over year, and then to sell those businesses, right? This is how you make money. You build a business that is profitable, that is a good business, and then you sell that business, right? That is my objective. But if you're just starting out, you want to just sell, whatever products you want to sell, that is absolutely fine. You can do that. It's just like not what I prefer, because if you sell like non-problem solving products, then you just have to sell it based on the fact that it's like nice or very like sexy or trending, right? And those trends usually like they go up and then they go down, right? And then you have to search for another product. You have to like rebuild your business from scratch. And I personally don't like it. I used to do it a long time ago. I don't like to do it anymore. I like products that solve real world problems for people, like their health, like beauty, like people that have pets. If they have any pets problems, and our products help them to solve it. I like those products. I like jewelry. I mean, I like jewelry during the Q4 season because they're just selling like crazy. And so, but those are three categories: health, beauty, and pets. Those are evergreen categories of products. Someone mentioned household. Those are good as long as they're problem solving and the problem that you are solving is big enough for people to just like take the money out of their pocket and give you the money, right? If you think about it, like what e-commerce is, like in general, like whether you're starting out, you've already been in e-commerce for a long time, it's nothing else than like you're sitting here, right? So I'm sitting here, right? And I'm I'm doing some stupid jokes, right? And so that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here on my laptop and I'm like clicking on some buttons. And there's another person on the other side of the world or another side of the country that's like sitting on their, like they're probably going to work, right? And they don't like to go to work and they don't like to work potentially, right? Like they're just scrolling their news feed. and they're just scrolling and scrolling, and there's cats, and there's like dancing girls, and they see all of that, right? And they see, and then they see your product. It's like coming from the sky, and then like, and that problem, and that product talks about the exact problem that they're having in their life right now, and they're like, wow, I want this product, and I want it like right now. And so, and they're like checking, and they're checking, and they're checking, and then they find their wallet, and then they take the credit card out of wallet, and then they take the credit card number, and then they put it on that website that you have. That's all e-commerce is. It's inflicting that pain or reminding people of the pain that they have or the problem that they have, so that they give you money, and you give them the product that solves that pain for them or solves that problem for them. That's all e-commerce is. Let me know if this makes sense. Woo. But that's literally what it is. It's just selling stuff. Like selling stuff, whether it's, I mean, you can sell stuff to another person. You can knock on their door and like tell them why they need your product, or you can do it through like small ads that you can do from your laptop, and you show it to the person on the other side of the world. That's like, after seeing that ad, that person is like, "Where's my credit card? Where's my credit card? Here's my money. Take it. I want this product, and I want it right now." But they're not getting it right now, especially if it's shipped from China. They're getting it in a few weeks. Maybe like a week. If you use like fast shipping lines, like a week. Week is good. So I got 2 Shopify stores shut down because of AUP Session 7. Do you know how to prevent this perhaps from happening? AUP Section 7. Section 7 AUP. Do you know how to prevent this from happening? See more and more people hit by that. I changed cart on both stores. AUP Section 7. That is a good one. Let me see if that's something. Policy, accepted use policy. Acceptable use policy. Usually drop shippers. No, it's like they don't like when you are drop shipping. Just register a store like in someone else's name. Try that. Alternatively, if nothing works and Shopify like doesn't like you, then what you can do is just you can use WordPress, which is a bitch to set up. It's a little bit harder to set up, but it's also doesn't have any of those issues, and allows you to do the post purchase upsells. There's plugins for that. Nain, DM me on Instagram. Nain, DM me on Instagram. I might be able to help you. I'll ask around for this one. We've had so many people. I personally haven't been hit by this, but we had some people in our community that are that have been hit by that. So just DM me on Instagram, Nain, please, and I'll see how I can help you. What do you use for SOPs and CRM management for employees? I mean, the tools that we're using, Notion. We're using Airtable for project management. We're using Notion, Airtable, just like Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, CRM management, like Shopify. Now we're using Checkout Champ as well. We're using Funnelish. For employees, we're using Bamboo HR. Bamboo HR. That is the one that we are using. I don't know if you have any recommendations for good CRMs or any like other softwares that you have found valuable, Nain, please just drop me DM on Instagram and we will chat there. All right. I think we will be wrapping up. If I have not answered any of the questions for you guys, please send me DM. It's here. It's Instagram. It's Instagram, right? Like touch it. Okay. And if you're on Instagram already, just DM me. Just hit message button, DM me any of the questions that I have not answered. Also, the resources that I shared, KPI cheat sheet, KPI, DM me KPI. DM me KPI. I'll send you this document to blow your mind. If you're running a dropshipping business and you want to transition to a brand, DM me brand. I have this like extensive document that's like literally shows you step by step how to transition from dropshipping to a brand. I have 3PL connections, so you can start shipping your items faster. I have all of the connections in order for you to increase the quality of your products, increase the shipping times, suppliers, like all of those things that you guys need to just take your business to the next level. I have all of those. So just DM me here. DM me here. It's super easy. Just DM me here. And I'll just answer this one from Mohammed and we'll wrap up. So do I need an LLC to start since we need payment gateways? Yes, you need LLC. There's different countries where you can create LLCs. You can create LLC in UK. You can create LLC in the United States. Depending on the country you're in. Like if your country is not very like flexible, like I'm from Ukraine. We didn't even have fucking PayPal a few years ago. Like when I was starting out, like we didn't have PayPal. So I had to travel across the border to Poland to open a PayPal account, right? That's how fucked up everything is. Some countries are not the most pleasant countries to do business, right? And that's why we open companies in countries where it is good to do business and make money, right? So Mohammed, please DM me on Instagram so that all of these things we can clarify for you. We can see exactly how we can help you. Mehmet Bozatli, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I want to thank you. Just say thank you. You're so kind and helpful. That just made my that just made my day. You're so kind. You're so kind. Thank you so much, Mehmet. I appreciate it so much. And my goal from these calls is like if one person like takes one little thing from here from these calls and implements them and gets them gets the results, grows their business. I mean, that's all I'm asking for. It's not all I'm asking for. I'm asking for a box of sweet chocolate. If you take one insight from these calls and you actually grow your business or you start your business, you actually pull the fucking trigger and you grow your business. I want my box of Swiss chocolate. I'll tell you the exact brands that I like, but don't send it to me because I'll eat them. I'll eat them. I'll eat them and then I'll have to go to the gym and like suffer, and I don't want that. So maybe don't send them. Like, but just keep them. Keep them. At some point, I'll ask you to send it. Anyways, all right, guys. Tremendous questions. Tremendous session, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining these calls and for amazing questions you shared. And you guys just have a tremendous. I mean, now it's Monday, right? Like, and no one's asking like if it's live. It's I'm Jim asked Monday, right? So Monday, have a tremendous rest of your weeks, and have a great time. Growing businesses. Like if this call was helpful for you in any way, let's connect on Instagram. Like I dropped my Instagram here, so just message me. Let's connect there. Any questions, any resources, I'll send your way, and I'll see you guys next week. Again, just drop Instagram here. One more time. Right. I'll see you guys. Instagram, please, and see you next week. Oh, not next week. This week. And I'll chat with you soon. Thank you very much.